The mountainous terrain outside Raton, New Mexico is challenging, and so is the competition at the nearby NRA Wilkinson Center, where this is the home of the King of 2 Miles marksmanship competition. And the distance and elevations of the long-distance range offer an extreme challenge to some of the world's best shooters. Welcome, everyone, to King of 2 Miles, coming to you from the NRA Wilkinson Center in Raton, New Mexico. I'm Ted Jones, and joining me for today's coverage will be our expert analyst, Paul Phillips. Now, these marksmen are trying to hit 4 targets that are all about a mile away. Target number 1, you get 5 tries. Targets 2, 3, and 4, only 3 shots. You must hit each target at least 1 time if you're going to advance to the finals. Let's take a look at these targets and where they're located. Target number 1 is about 1,550 yards away. Target number 2 is just under 1 mile at 1,715 yards. By the way, they're about 2 feet by 3 feet, so they're not a real big target. Target number 3, a little bit bigger, 30 inches by 37 inches, and now we're over a mile, including target number 4, which is 1,990 yards, the farthest one away. Now, here are the shooters that have qualified so far, and on top you can see Derek Rogers right there with 48,906 points. There are points depending on when you hit that target, and Paul will explain that to us a little bit as the show continues on. Our first shooter will be Mark Miller.
As you can see, it's a big old gun there. He's shooting a big old bullet. It's a 50 cal, 770 grain Thunder ammo bullet. Just over the top there on this first shot.
Yeah, you could really see the dust where he hit the dirt embankment back there.
That's jogging.
Yeah, there's no question about these big 50 cals. You can see those splashes. It's really easy for the spotter to see it. Looks like they're having a little issue here with the bolt.
Yeah, a little problem there, so they'll try and get that fixed. Now, he's on the clock right now?
He is. The time's running. They're making sure that the weapon's safe and trying to dislodge that piece of brass.
Hit it, Mark, hit it.
Oftentimes these big, large calibers, depending on their chambers, they're trying to run these high-pressure cartridges, and sometimes they get a little sticky.
Bottom right. 4 minutes.
As you notice the tarp on the ground, that's to help with a lot of the dust that comes and collects in the chamber. But sometimes the wind blowing and whatnot, you have to keep that chamber clear.
Ready to shoot again. You can see he has a magazine there with more shells in it. And a miss on the second shot just above the target. Now, there's a big black box out on the end of the barrel. What's that about, Paul?
The big black box is nothing more than a muzzle brake. It helps with his recoil management. You know, that's a big, large gun. Oh, there's a hit center mass right there.
Oh, yeah, excellent. So he's got 1 target. Now, that means he will get to move on if he can keep hitting targets. So he's accomplished it with this, but he has more shots to take, and there are points involved with these shots.
Yeah, unfortunately he's running out of time right now, but they're trying to be safe. He's got some sticky brass just under the bottom of the plate there for his 4th shot.
And you can see when he shoots, this 50 caliber does have recoil. Watch his shoulder when he squeezes this next one off. Extreme concentration. Boy, you saw that target move too with that 50 caliber. Let's take a look right now at exactly what he did do. Looks like he had 2 hits right there. Boy, one of them was almost near center, the third one, huh?
Yeah, that was nice shooting.
Center right.
He's got an issue with his brass sticking. Let's see how they can do at the next plate. Yeah, these events, you have to be prepared with all your rifle and your ammunition.
30 seconds.
That problem he had with the sticky brass, it really slowed him down.
Up 4, MOA, right edge.
He's going to have to hustle here.
15 seconds.
As you notice, you hear Eduardo say 15 seconds.
Wow. 5 seconds.
Wow, way low. And he's run out of time. You're only allowed 9 minutes to shoot 4 targets. He only got 2 targets. We asked him when we caught up with him, what went wrong?
It was tough. Got extraction problems, and fortunately, you got a rod to clean them out, but just continued happening, and maybe some dirt on the ammo, too much friction inside the chamber.
Each week we go to the Whittington Center for an interesting feature from the Frank Brunell Museum. It's called High Caliber Collections.
This is a 1910 Bergmann Baird. It began life as a German military pistol. They did not make very many of them because the market was soon taken over by what we commonly call the Luger or the broom handle Mauser. So they didn't make very many of these. This particular pistol has been highly embellished. Engraving is a true art form, and you'll understand it when you get a real close-up look at this particular pistol, because the amount of detail in this pistol is just absolutely phenomenal. Each side has a different scene, and just the detail in the scene is incredible.
Beautiful guns in that collection. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll have more King of 2 Miles.
The King of 2 Miles is being brought to you by Lapua Bullets, passion for precision. Blackstone with graphene by IA Coatings, innovation without boundaries. And by McMillan Fiberglass Stocks, molding the way America shoots.
Welcome back to the NRA Whittington Center, just outside of Raton, New Mexico, and the King of 2 Miles shooting competition. Our next shooter getting ready will be John Droley. Now, notice he has a suppressor on his rifle. That's it you're seeing right there. Paul Phillips found out more.
Today we have John Droley with GSL Technology. He's got some pretty awesome products here with suppressors he's going to talk to us about today. A little bit about the company and what they're doing out in the suppressor world. John?
Okay, thanks, Paul. GSL Technology builds suppressors. I've been doing it for approximately 30 years now. As far as our product line goes, we've got, can cover anything from your 22 long rifle all the way up to this rifle, which is a 375 lethal Magnum. We've got our line of pistol suppressors, 45, 9mm, and a full line of rifle suppressors for 5.56, 7.62, and up to Magnum and 30 caliber. And then we've got a new model we're pretty proud of here. It's called the Multi-Cal. This will cover anything from 22 rimfire up to 300 Win Mag, and it has multiple mounting systems. It has 2 different quick mounts that come with it, and it also has 2 different direct thread mounts that come with this. And we are a world leader in suppressor technology, and our quality standards are absolutely the highest out there, and we strive for not only the sound suppression, but maintaining accuracy in the firearms. These do not degrade the accuracy in your rifle at all. And we build them precise enough and lightweight enough that you have minimal shift in your point of impact with these.
All right, thank you very much, Paul. By the way, he is the spotter along with Emil Praslik right here. You'll hear conversation back and forth between the shooter and his spotter.
Right edge of the plate, right edge of the plate, send it.
That's Paul telling him where to go. And he misses not very far off.
All right, come up 1 minute. Right edge of the plate. Looks good. Okay, next shot, center.
John is a member of the U.S. Rifle Team. Matter of fact, he was a world champion shooter. And his first round hit does show the suppressor is very accurate. He's shooting a .338 Lapua, which is a smaller caliber. That's 2 hits for him right now. And 3 hits. Wow, that's pretty good on target number 1. Let's take a look at exactly how well he did. As you can see, once Paul got him on target, number 3 round was, boy, just dead in the middle almost. 4 and 5, not far off either.
Okay, John.
Now he's going to target number 2. A little further away.
Left edge, John. Send it. It's off the left edge.
Oh, a hit right off the bat. Boy, that's great.
Okay.
You will notice,
Go
by the
center,
way,
John.
it's not as loud. A suppressor's kind of another name for what they call a silencer. But it does help the accuracy.
Little low. Come up a half minute, or hold. You can hold it or you can dial it.
I'll just hold top plate.
So the
Top
first
plate.
shot shows the accuracy of that suppressor right in the middle.
Looks good.
Second shot was hit. Now he's shooting just a little high. But he had one hit on target number 2, so he'll get to move on to target number 3. Now remember, targets 2, 3, and 4, you only get 3 tries.
Huh? Center mass? All right, John, center mass.
You hear Paul giving instructions.
That looked good. That looked good.
And he had a miss on that one, off to one side.
Okay, come up. Come up a half minute. Center mass.
See him adjust his scope when Paul tells him to come up a half minute?
Looks good, a little off the left.
Once again, just a little bit off. It's more difficult to see with only the 338. It's a small caliber round.
Let's hold right edge, John.
But you can see Paul looking through a very powerful scope.
That looks better.
And that last shot being a miss means that he will not get to advance in the competition. Here's exactly how he did. We caught up with him and said, how do you like using the 338? Is it a disadvantage?
I'm pretty happy with what I did, you know. It's tough out there with the smaller caliber, the 338, not the big boomers like the other guys are running. So they're having trouble seeing my impacts and traces and stuff. But it's good. It's good. I made it on to several targets. So.
So John seemed happy even though he didn't qualify. After the break, this man will be up. Gene Novachek, our next shooter on the King of 2 Miles. Welcome back to the King of 2 Miles shooting competition from the NRA Whittington Center just outside Raton, New Mexico. I'm Ted Jones along with Paul Phillips, and our next shooter will be this man, Gene Novachek. Now, we caught up with him before he shot and asked him what is involved in getting ready to shoot.
Once you get into position and ready to shoot, you're going to want to be prepared to close the bolt and fire. What the communication you get from your spotter to that moment you pull the trigger, obviously it's going to be a short period of time. You cannot wait for a luxury moment to come in and pull the trigger. You have to do it when that call is made. That call is only good for that 1 second, and that could be too long before you pull the trigger anyways.
And folks, that's because you're on a timer. You don't want to waste time, like Gene said. You need to be ready to shoot immediately.
That was just off the right there.
3 down, and don't only edge of the plate.
Dan Schmidtko there is your wing coach, and you got Durbin Wick also helping out behind him.
Right edge, cheat.
Oh, just off the right there, center of the plate, just off the right.
Hold center, right edge.
So you heard the spotter telling him where he hit and what to do.
Yeah, these guys are all experienced ELR shooters.
Yeah.
Oh, that was center mass, Ted, right down the middle.
Same thing.
And you heard the spotter say, same thing, don't change a thing.
And they want to hurry up here and get a shot off so the wind doesn't affect it. Another one.
Shots is that? 4 or 5.
Where to go, Alex?
Come down the quarter plate.
Yep.
Cheat right a little bit.
Yeah, Dan's on the ball here. He's seeing the spots.
Oh, where'd that go, right?
Next target, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, take a look at exactly what happened here. He did have 2 shots, 3 and 4 hit the target. 3 was almost dead center, but then he was off with the other 3 just outside the plate. So we move on now to number 2 because he did hit the plate at least once. You got to hit at least once in order to qualify.
Oh.
Yeah, that was just underneath
Up
there.
one.
They just need to bring it up a little bit.
Up 1, you hit about 6 inches under the plate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wing was
Dan
good.
saw that spot. That
Wing
was a
was
good
perfect.
spot on that one. He had him come up a little bit. Looks like he had just the
Didn't
same
come up
spot
enough.
there.
Didn't quite come up enough.
Up a half. Right a half.
Yeah, Dan's on the ball here. He saw the spot. He gave him another correction. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And he hit it. You saw that target move when he hit it right there. So he'll get to move on to target number 3 right now with 1 hit on target 2. That's all it took.
Yeah, if you notice when he made that last hit on that mile target, that plate was moving big time. This is a 416, the big old cutting edge bullet, and they hit with some authority.
Ah.
A miss on the first one.
Hold 1 right, cheat bottom of the plate.
Yeah, that one was a little bit over the top of the plate. They need to come down a little bit.
2 minutes.
Another miss. Now I told him 2 minutes. What does that mean?
Less than 1 right.
2 minutes at this distance is about
3/4
36
right,
inches.
Up 1.
And he's still low.
Yeah, he only missed that about 12, 14 inches on that one. Too bad.
So with a miss on target 3, he cannot advance. We ask him what happened.
We were dialed up, for example, 45 minutes, trying to split hairs, so we come down to 40 minutes and see what happens and go from there, but roll the dice, right?
After the break, we'll find out about these straps on the next shooter's feet. His name, Walt Wilkinson. Stay tuned for more The King of 2 Miles.
King of 2 Miles is being brought to you by Night Force Optics. Rugged, reliable, repeatable. Applied Ballistics LLC, the science of accuracy. And by Z-Max Micro Lubricant. Protect your gun from harmful buildup.
Welcome back to Raton, New Mexico and the King of 2 Miles shooting competition. I'm Ted Jones, and alongside me is our expert analyst, Paul Phillips. Our next shooter's ready, ladies and gentlemen. Meet Walt Wilkinson.
Yeah, Walt's an Army Special Forces Ranger and retired Sergeant Major. He's also an instructor at gun sight. He knows how to do this stuff.
Indeed he does. Shot number 1, he hits right away.
Favor high, right point 4.
Tessa Wyrick is spotting for him, and they work together. They do a very good job, as you can see.
We saw her in an earlier episode. And another hit right there, so you would think don't change anything.
High, right point 5.
Hey, what about these straps on the boots right here?
Yeah, obviously, you know, he wants to be consistent in his position. Those help him stay in position. We always say consistency is the key to accuracy.
Well, unfortunately, a miss on shot number 3, but now he got a lot of points. The sooner you hit the target, the more points, right, Paul?
Yeah, making the hits on the first 2 shots gave him 5 times and 4 times the distance. He's accumulated a lot of points in his first target.
So the sooner you hit the target, the more points involved, and that can be very valuable when we get down to 10 guys qualified, because only 10 can go to the finals, and unfortunately, oh, he got a hit on number 5. I thought he had a miss. He did make it on number 5. Looks like number 1 was the best shot of all. Also 2 and 5, so he gets to move on to the next target.
The things that's going to be nice for his spotter is he loads his own bullets. Thunder ammo, they're 802 grain 50 cal rounds, so she's going to be able to see a big impact.
A big impact indeed. Boy, look at that target jumping around right there.
Right point 5.
Walt's also the guy that did all the hard work hanging these targets, taking his own time, volunteering, helping out the sport. We wouldn't have these events if it wasn't for people like Walt.
Right point 5.
Intense concentration. Pulling that trigger oh so slow and gently. And a third hit, he's got all 3 of them. That's a lot of points, right, Paul?
That's huge points. Not only that, but if you notice the impacts, that group was only about 2-3 inches of elevation. Unbelievable.
Now he's loaded and ready.
Yeah, this is where it gets difficult. A little bit farther. Notice him concentrating.
And a hit on the first shot. Again, valuable points. Target 3 is the one that's caused problems.
Target. Right point 7.
Yeah, that was big points right there, Ted. He only hit about 12 inches right of center.
Looked like just a little bit low right there and a miss.
Target. Right point 5.
Yeah, it's so difficult at these distances. You know, the wind picks up and lets off, and you really got to be quick about yourself, about shooting these distances so the wind doesn't move the bullet. But these are huge bullets just traveling at those ranges and making massive impacts on those rocks, as you can see.
It doesn't matter. You can see he's got 1 hit on target 3. The first one, which is the most important one for points. The big news, he gets to move to target number 4.
Yeah, these guys are rocking it, man. Massive points. Are getting hits on their first and second targets. Let's see how they do at this last target.
And a hit, you can see the target moving and waving around right there as the shell impacted it.
Yeah, that's an 802 grain Thunder ammo bullet, and it's delivering from this big old 50 cal, and you can see that plate just rocking and rolling. Even at farther than a mile, it's got massive energy hitting it.
There you see the target swinging from the impact once again.
Yeah, those are huge points, Ted. He's going to be well into the top 5.
And his final shot, is it 3 in a row? No, unfortunately, a miss lower left right there. But hey, that doesn't matter, folks. Look at all the points he gained, and he does get to go to the finals. For that, he credited his spotter.
All I do is just point the gun where she tells me to and do my job. Keep the gun loaded, apply basic marksmanship skills to every shot, and follow the directions of the spotter.
So with that, let's take a look at how they're qualified now. Only the top 10 in points can move. You can see Walt Wilkinson with his outstanding performance moved into the number 2 spot. That bumped out Jeff Haig, who's now number 11. Only the top 10 can move forward. And we still have 8 shooters to attempt to qualify to get in that top 10. We'll have more coverage of that next week on the King of 2 Miles. Until then, I'm Ted Jones for Paul Phillips. So long, everyone, from Raton, New Mexico.